Hi everyone, I hope you're ready to hop into some arcade cartoon fun, because today we're looking at Saturday Supercade. Greetings, one and all. My name is Jeff. I am the Xennial here at XennialLens, and what I like to do is reactions to retro cartoons. Some of my favorites include the nostalgic things you loved and half remember from the 1980s. As a big video game fan, I'm really interested in these shows that were based on the golden age of video games, as it were. A lot of these are shows that I would have missed. Because from my money, the first video game adaptation that I recall really is probably the Super Mario Bros. Movie, Double Dragon, the movie, or, of course, the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. There was a whole, the generation before of video games that came out when I was very little. Too little, I was watching the Smurfs, and so I did not watch Pac-Man, the animated series. But the original batch of games-to-screen adaptations based on the Atari generation and the arcade generation of video games is fascinating to me. So, as I've been going through watching some of these retro cartoons, and this channel, like I said, is a reaction channel. It's also, largely a watch-along. I put a lot of the content that we're going to be watching up on the screen. Oh, I lost my frog. But I hope your guys are interested in sticking around, because I have just finished my reaction series on Pac-Man the animated series from 1980, 82, 83. And now I'm moving on to the Saturday Supercade. So, as you guys probably are aware, Pac-Man was a big hit. It was a massive game. Came out in 1980 in arcades. After Pong, it was really Pac-Man, and Pac-Man was like not just like another more, but like another level of superstardom and fame, and the Pac-Man frenzy was afoot. So ABC, being the smart cookies that they are, got on that and went and got Hanna-Barbera to make them an adaptation of Pac-Man the game into Pac-Man the show. Pac-Man the cartoon show was a big hit, and the other networks started freaking out, oh my god, we got to get on this video game thing. We're missing out on our Saturday morning cartoons. So the next season, CBS launched the Saturday Supercade, and it was a animated anthology series that collected some of the other biggest heavy hitters in video games and arcades, and brought them to the big screen, to the small screen, in animated form. It's kind of a crazy thing to think about now. But in one show, we had Donkey Kong, we had Q*bert, we had Pitfall, we had Space Ace, we had Frogger. All different shows, so we'd have different segments from these various characters in one show. They didn't really interact, but still, what's nuts is that, of course, these are all from different companies, right? So getting them all together would be more or less impossible nowadays. Even at the time, I don't know if it bristled some people wrongly, but when the home video market came out, these things were never released. So there is no collected works of the Saturday Supercade available. The licensing, I gotta think, would have just been a total mess. So, what we're going to be doing today here on the channel is watching one of those segments. I'm going to take each of the sort of character installments on Saturday Supercade, and I'm going to look at them independently. Today, it's Frogger's turn. And of course, we're going to be looking at some episodes of the Frogger TV show. So I'm going to get more into details in a minute. This, of course, is a Frogger frog. This is a Frogger frog. I think he used to have a shirt, like a little red shirt that said Frogger on it. This is certainly from like the mid-2000s, but he's here. He can just hang out while we do this reaction. But before I get too deep into sort of the backstory, the sort of the meta details around the production, and I don't have a ton to say about it, but if you are a fan or familiar with this channel, you know that I can yap a fair bit. So before we jump into that, which will be followed by the reactions, I want to make sure that you're aware. You can always just look down below and you will see chapter times to wherever you might want to go. And if you want to watch a specific reaction to a specific episode, go down there. It's fine. I don't care. You guys do what you want to do. It's fine. I'm a Xennial. I have very little vested interest in exactly what you guys do with your time. I'm here for me. I mean, and the frogs, of course. But my hope is that you will enjoy this ongoing conversation. These episodes will be cut down, and if you guys want to see the longer, uncut version of this reaction series, head on over to the XennialLens Patreon. There's a link down below for that, and you'll get more of the episodes and more of my yapping. A huge thanks to our patrons who are supporting XennialLens. These are the true Xennials at heart and are ferociously froggy heroes for the day. Thank you to Marissa, Alec, Callum, Corey, Kanan, Nejaj, and Tag Pro for being there where it counts. You are the best. If you want to watch these episodes without me talking, I think they're all up on YouTube. They're all actually, I think they're all up on archive, like archive.org. So, you know, again, doesn't bother me. Since you're here, though, perhaps you'd like to watch it with me. Just so you know, we're going to have 2 episodes, 2 videos on Frogger in this reaction series, and that will cover the complete available 6 episodes. We're going to get into that. So, Saturday Supercade ran for 2 seasons, from 1983 to 1984. As I said, it ran on CBS. It was created by Ruby Spears, which was obviously the other big powerhouse, in contrast to Hanna-Barbera, who had obviously like dominated the 1970s in the world of animation. But Joe Ruby and Joe Ruby and Jack Spears, maybe, I think, they had broken off from Hanna-Barbera. They formed Ruby Spears, and then they became like maybe the biggest animation house of the 1980s. That's probably debatable. But like I said, 2 seasons of this show, the Saturday Supercade. There were 23 episodes total and 97 segments. I'm not sure where those extra 5 segments went, because 23 times 4, because there was 4 episodes, 4 like 11-minute or 11 and a half to 12-minute episodes, segments in every episode of the Saturday Supercade. Season 1 of the Saturday Supercade included segments featuring Donkey Kong Jr., Frogger, and then a 4th segment that rotated week to week between Q*bert and Pitfall. The 2nd season of the show consisted of episodes from Donkey Kong, Q*bert, Space Ace, and Kangaroo. So, Frogger, for example, as we can see, only lasted for 1 season. And what are there, 13? I think there are 13 episodes of Frogger total. And because this whole series has never been released and officially collected, like essentially now it's lost media. So as of now, there are only 6 episodes that I could find available on the internet. If you guys are aware of more, please drop me a link down below, and I'd love to watch the whole series. Like, look at Frogger. The video game of Frogger, of course, developed by Konami, released by Sega, came out in 1981, and it was a big hit. Probably because it was like super addictive, you know. It had that the same quality that Pac-Man had, and a lot of these really popular early arcade games had. That, you know, you die and you want to keep going right away again and again and again. Also, it had like a gajillion ports. So as the first generation of the home console market was exploding, Frogger was a mainstay. Not to say that it wasn't also a mainstay in arcades, it really was. But by 1983, it was like firmly entrenched as like a classic video game already. So if you're interested in more about the history of the game or checking out how the game plays, especially through a modern sort of lens, I recently did a Let's Play of the game, which will be linked below. But I talked about the arcade game, then I did some actual playing of the Atari 2600 version and the Sega Genesis version. So 13 episodes of Frogger, like I said, aired between September to December of 1983. The show was created, like the show concept was developed. The story was developed by Joe Ruby, and it's Ken Spears was his name. Sorry. These are the guys who created Scooby-Doo, who were behind Scooby-Doo as well. And they took some of what they had done with Scooby-Doo, the sort of the mystery elements, and they wove that into the storyline of Frogger. And if you know Frogger, obviously you're just a frog trying to cross a road and cross a river, or maybe it's a lake. I guess it's a pond. I don't know. I guess it's a pond, right? To get safely to your home. They lean hard into the mystery, and the investigative team format, just like Scooby-Doo, is what they go for here. So let's just start by telling you. I'm going to tell you who the cast is, and then I'm going to tell you just really high level what's going on in this show. So we've got our cast of characters. We've got Frogger, voiced by Bob Scarlett. And Bob Scarlett was the longtime announcer for the San Francisco 49ers. So I don't know if that's of interest. You've got his best friend, Shellshock, who is Shelly the Turtle, voiced by Marvin Kaplan, who is apparently doing a pretty decent neurotic Woody Allen impression. There's Fanny Frog, who's voiced by B.J. Ward. B.J. Ward voiced a ton of cartoon characters over the years and was famously the voice of Scarlet. But I think she was just the voice of Scarlet in the Deke series in G.I. Joe. Anyway, and then there is the character of Ted Toadwalker, voiced by Ted Field Sr. Ted Field Sr. is a legitimate media mogul. He is the founder of Interscope, Interscope Communications, and then later Interscope Records. And Ted Field, he's also one of those I don't know, his family were like robber barons, or he's one of those generationally rich kind of people. Okay. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Whatever. If he does a good job as the boss, then that's fine. So here's the pitch. Okay. So Frogger is the star reporter at the Swamp Gazette. This is it's a newsroom procedural. And the show sees our heroes trying to get a front page story, trying to please the editor, and avoid getting run over or chomped by the local alligator. And yes, there is a clever sort of mechanic that they use when Frogger gets run over or chomped. So that's the deal. That's the short and sweet version of what's going on with Frogger as part of the Saturday Supercade show. I think with that said, let's move into watching the intro, and then we can dive into the show. Hey everyone who jumped right to here, not to worry, we are just about to get rolling. You didn't miss too much. I was just letting the people know what was going on with this show and what it's all about. But maybe you want to go in blind, and that's totally cool. What we're going to do right now is we are going to watch the intro to the Saturday Supercade. So this is not yet the intro to Frogger, but let's first watch the intro to Saturday Supercade, because for me, this is my first time doing this, doing any of the segments of this show. And hold on, I wrote it down here. This intro was written by Haim Saban, yes, Saban, and Shook Levy. This is the same duo who later did Power Rangers and X-Men and like a bunch of like insanely amazing things. It is a pretty long intro, but you know, this is the 80s, so they can get away with it, I guess. Okay, let me bring it up here. 1 second. This should be the season 1 intro. I'm gathering around. Uh-oh. Hey, DK. Oh, yeah. Mario's the bad guy in the Donkey Kong show. I think he is. Or maybe... I don't know. Is he? Was that Snagglepuss? Oh, now I'm confused. I don't know what's going on with Pitfall. Qbert is like... He's in the 50s, I think. This song is kind of banging though, right? DK Jr.? He's got a motorcycle, guys. Monkey muscle? Okay.
It's Saturday Supercade.
Wow, cool. That's pretty fun. What did you guys think? It was quick. I mean, I know it was a minute long, which is kind of crazy long for a cartoon intro, but like it showed a lot of sequences from the various different cartoons. I liked that. I liked when they had all of the various cartoons interacting together on the titling logo and stuff like that. And I think I had said before that the characters never interacted with each other. Technically, that is not true. Ruby Spears produced like these interstitial bumpers between the episodes that did feature the characters actually meeting. I'm not going to go over those in this reaction. I'll probably include those in the next Frogger reaction, and we can have a quick look at those. That said, I think we're ready. So what we're going to do today is we are going to watch 3 episodes of the 6 that are available of Frogger. And let's see, we're going to watch them in order. Okay, here we go. And I think that this also has the intro to Frogger in front of it.
Saturday Supercade will return after these messages.
Look at that.
When you gotta have a story, or you're gonna lose your job. When there's no escape.
Oh, there are humans in this. It's like the real world, sort of. Nice recorder. Ooh, there's monsters. That really looked like a Scooby-Doo monster, right?
Then you gotta be my brother. You gotta be my brother. And I wanna be with you.
Wow. Did you guys see that? Okay, hold on. I just want to say, like, that was a weird, like, kind of slow and sappy intro song. I did not love it. Maybe that's the tone of the show, though. I don't know. They're investigative journalists. Yes, that's true. So they live in a world where there are humans, but yet also, I don't know, do the humans know? Well, we'll have to wait and see. If the humans know that they're like, they work for a newspaper, an animal newspaper. Is that a thing in this world? Or maybe they don't interact. Or maybe like the humans don't notice them or something like that. I mean, we got to dive in and see what we can see. If you're unfamiliar with the way I do reactions, I do start and stop because I love to yap. Okay, let's go. Misfortune. Gordon Kent. I know that writer. He did some Pac-Man episodes, maybe?
Second day of nice weather. Here, look at this. Gold robberies at 3 high society charity auctions.
Gold robbery?
Gee, that's a good story.
That's a great story.
So what's the problem, Tex?
What's the problem? This isn't our newspaper.
Oh no.
Find out who's behind those
You got scooped
robberies.
by the rivals.
You'll be looking for another job.
Sorry, find out who's behind the robbery? Isn't that the role of the police?
Hello? I mean, hello? Mac! What you got, Mac?
Why do they have these old-fashioned phones?
Today. They're going to auction off the golden tortoise. And one more thing. A fortune teller and a strong man have entertained at every party.
We'll have to take care of those meddling reporters.
Oh no.
Come on, guys.
What do you
We
mean
got a
meddling
story.
reporters? They haven't even meddled yet.
Something tells me this is gonna be dangerous.
Oh no. Shelly.
Look at the frog!
Come on.
Okay, so I guess the
Take
humans
one
can see
headline
them.
away.
They're just like taking the bus like regular schmoes. I mean, reporter salaries. We see Frogger get run over, please. God dang.
I think it's safe.
Well, like, I wonder who the bad guys in the episode are. Who's been robbing all the gold? Probably the strong man and the fortune teller.
I don't.
Yep, they're gone.
Frogger, are you all right?
Oh, what have I done?
They got it right here. A toaster oven. Nah. A jigsaw puzzle. Nah.
What are you, Inky?
Shorts. Tire pump.
Never in Looney Tunes did they ever have to like
Oh yeah.
go through all of the slow process of the mechanics of pumping up like that.
Madame, these,
You just gotta do it.
creatures say they're reporters.
Why, you're green. Of course, we're frogs. Feel free to speak to any of the guests. Just don't give them walls.
That was so
I
rude.
like to talk to rich people.
You're here on work. You can't just start taking all the food.
From the Swamp Gazette. Charmed, I'm sure. I'm Mrs. Van Bilva, and this is my chauffeur, Ivan. Do you, perchance, know anything about that fortune teller or strong man? Of course, I hired them. Oh, really?
Does this mean the interview's over?
Is Frogger? So is Frogger's deal that he's like always hungry, or is his deal that he's just a little bumbling? Like he did get run over already, and like accidentally, like is he the guy who like at the end of the day is actually competent, or is he the guy that at the end of the day stumbles into solving the crime? Oh, Fanny, he'll embarrass you more later. Don't worry. I mean, the fortune teller's
You look
always a
kinda
bad
scary
guy,
to
right?
me. I think we need some more close-ups of the cheese dip.
Never
Wah,
mind him.
wah. Are they like boyfriend girlfriend?
We're reporters for the Swamp Gazette.
Okay, right. They
We'd
were
like to
listening.
know about some robberies. I'll consult my crystal ball.
Wow, she knows so much already.
You are on a very dangerous game.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Not continue. We follow a story to the end, and that is precisely where this will take you. Your end. And the Bilbo
Oh no,
factory.
an evil cloud.
Where'd she go?
I don't know, but we've got a lead.
What's the lead? Like, didn't you already know that she was suspicious? I think your little friend, the squirrel, told you that. Was he a squirrel or like a chipmunk? What was that?
Relax. Those are our footsteps. Honestly, you make it sound like something terrible is going to happen.
Yeah, I think you're in trouble, Fanny. At least the frogs can jump, right? Oh, he's the strong man, throwing barrels like he's Donkey Kong or something. Booyah. Wow.
This was a trap, and Ms. Fortune and her strong man were behind it.
Oh, Miss Fortune is the name of the fortune teller.
Correct, frog. And now, misfortune's prediction will come true.
Oh, so they're dead.
Meddling days are over.
Wait.
I'm mixing up a new shade of green.
Oh no. I've set up a deadly trap, but now I must leave you. Goodbye. Have fun dying. It's so James Bond.
I'm thinking.
There we go.
You did it, Froggy!
We've got to get back to that auction. This won't fool anyone. Your own mother wouldn't recognize you.
Oh, it's a golden
Thieves
turtle, right?
grab
Up for
you
auction.
Instead of this, and take you to their hideout.
Wait, so does this technically mean that they're stealing the golden turtle statue? I think there's a flaw in your plan there, Frogger.
Get there and grab them.
Let's start the bidding at 1 million! It's vanished!
Oh, snap!
Your plan worked.
Yeah, now Shelly's been kidnapped, you
Wait for
dum-dums.
Shelly to report.
How is it gonna let them know? He's got a radio.
Come in.
Like a tiny little shortwave in his shell.
Now we're going to a boat, the Seagull. And they said something about melting down the gold. I think they meant me. Don't worry. We'll be there before you can say, stop the presses.
Oh my. Didn't they have walkie-talkies in 1983?
This is the Seagull. And oh my gosh, they're shell shock.
Get the furnace hotter. The statue will melt quicker.
Net? I guess he is a strong man.
It's the frogs!
Oh man. I mean, Shelly's done for, right?
Whew, that was close.
Good catch, buddy.
Uh-oh.
This really is Scooby-Doo. Wait, so sorry. Was the aristocratic woman and the driver? Is that what they're trying to say here? I don't really understand. So stupid.
Quick, Shelly, grab a life preserver. I think I'll take 2. Bombs away!
Oh, they're gonna get him like it's like tires.
We've got him. Now, let's see about Fanny. Hang on, Fanny! I'm coming! Me too.
So
Yes,
swashbuckling there, Frogger. Let's go.
Gee, Frog, she's awfully light.
Van Pilfer! And Ivan, her chauffeur!
Right, that's literally what I said before when they took his mustache off the first
See
time.
who they are.
What's going on here?
Arrest them! They're the Society Thieves.
The Society Thieves.
Now that's a headline. Pilfer caught pilfering gold. Good story, too.
There's only one thing missing, Chief. A picture of you. Right. Smile.
Why do they need a picture of the chief? I'm not sure I get it. Okay. Well, there we go. That was our first episode of Frogger. What did we think? I think we've already established a fair bit about this show. So it definitely leans into Scooby-Doo. It definitely leans into kind of silliness. I expect it's kind of predictable, but you know, like fun and silly in a silly way. I guess I liked establishing these characters. I liked their roles. I kind of am interested if Fanny and Frogger have a relationship, or I mean, they were holding hands at one point, right? Here's a question. Does a show like this live in the sort of logic of its own world? If it has its own rules, that's totally fine. But, you know, abide by your own rules, right? It is kind of interesting that they live in a world with animals and people together alongside each other. There's no weirdness about it. I mean, there is weirdness. They were like, oh, you're frogs. So I guess it was odd for them to see them. And it seemed like there were far more humans in this episode. Is most of what they do report on humans, or would they do like, you know, Mrs. Bunny Rabbit has like lost her mittens or whatever kind of stories? I don't know. That's not a very compelling story for a newspaper. I get it. But you know what I mean? Like, would they just do stories around the swamp as well? I think I'd like to see more of that. That's what I'm looking for moving forward. Let's do a little bit more world building in the swamp rather than in the human world that they live next to. Why do the people of the swamp, people who read the Swamp Gazette, which presumably are the animals of the swamp, why do they care about gold robberies? And also, the swamp is big enough to support 2 different newspapers, like rival newspapers. Are we going to see who these rival newspapers are? Because that would be a good setup for an antagonist. Anyhow, let's jump into the next episode of Frogger. Stand by one sec. Okay, let's move on to episode 2 of Frogger. This is Spaced Out Frogs. And no, I'm interested in why are they so spaced out? What have they been doing that gets them all spaced out? I don't know. Maybe it's them going to outer space and it's just a play on words like that. We'll have to see. I think we're going to get the intro as well again.
And now back to Saturday Supercade.
This intro is amazing.
When you gotta have a story, or you
Swamp
gonna
Gazette.
lose your job. When there's
Yeah, it looks like they're just hanging out in the human world pretty much
and you're
here.
working for a
Frog hero. Ace reporter stops thief. I think is what it said.
and a fanny helping too. Then you gotta be my frog. You gotta
Flattened by a safe. Is this? I wonder if this is part of an episode.
be with you.
Huh. Okay. Swamp Drive-In. This is Swamp Drive-In. They're watching something. Oh yeah, here we go. Bunch of swamp guys.
So froggy.
Is it a human movie or a frog movie?
So nice to be alone.
Oh, they're
Would you
definitely
mind
boyfriend
moving over,
girlfriend.
Sammy? I can't see the picture.
Why did you have to bring him along?
He paid for the tickets. Just watch the movie.
Why don't you pay for the
See
tickets?
those great special effects? Wow.
Oh,
There's the best one yet.
it's a
That's
real
the
spaceship.
Real thing. A flying saucer.
Nice. Maybe it'll be like that episode of Rainbow Bright where the alien showed up. That's not the phone. That's a banana. Also, what the hell? He just unzipped his shell. That is super disrespectful. Why does he have a phone in there? Although there's a part of me that's like, inside his shell should be like a whole like not just like that cramped space like we saw in last episode, but there should be like a whole room where he could like hang out. That's what I would imagine if I were a kid thinking about a turtle. Not a real turtle, but a cartoon turtle. Whatever.
Hello? Did you see it? Of course I mean
His
a flying
editor
saucer.
is watching the skies for flying saucers.
Get that story.
Get on it. Go get that
Who was
story.
that? Tex, he wants us to get right on the flying saucer story. Come on.
Oh, and this is their
The cartoon.
swamp mobile or something? It's called a swamp. Hopefully they named it. I think I saw it written down somewhere what it's called. What kind of alien is it going to be? Is it going to be a scary alien or a friendly alien is the
We
question.
have to get a better look at that thing.
I'm going to say probably scary, but I would love it if it was like
Australia.
an E.T. reference. Or no, this is prior to E.T., isn't it? Yikes.
Alien!
Giant bug alien with claws, or like a lobster alien. Oh, did they just crash?
I can't hold on any longer.
Oh no!
I'm sorry, guys.
Frogger's at the bottom.
How about you, Frog?
Go get the bike pump, quick!
Hey, wait a minute. This is a label from a film cam. Property of UFO Investigation Society. That could be a clue.
Oh, he's okay, don't worry, guys.
Thanks, Manny.
They didn't have to bike pump him up now. UFO Investigation Society, huh?
Let's find that film. Look.
Does Fanny have the same tongue ability that Frogger does, I wonder? He's clearly, I guess, a different breed of frog, right?
Found a Sydney Spaceman comedy cartoon.
Well, shush, 'cause...
Wait a minute, Fanny. This is the film room. Shelley, you're a genius.
Yeah, a loud genius. Quick, hide. Someone's coming.
Just tell him you're the new
Society is for
projectionist.
members only. But I am a member. I'm not really a frog. I just look this way because I have alien flu. Alien flu? Yes.
You should have said you're a hybrid or something, man. Come on.
In fact, you look a little green yourself.
We found the film.
Terrific.
All right, this is kind of a cute gag.
Oh, this is awful. What are you doing, Mr. President?
Oh my God, that guy with the eyebrows and the goatee, that guy's definitely the alien, right?
Oh, please.
That's my
Dr.
prediction,
Frogos,
knowing
please.
nothing else
I have
about him.
Alien flu. It's very contagious.
Uh-oh. That's our cue.
Let's get out of
More
here.
of them, and they've got society property. I don't have alien flu. That's the same spaceship we saw the other night. We'll put it on the front page.
Hold it, Chief.
What's the
There's
story?
something strange going on here.
And we're gonna find out what it is.
Is the story like the spaceship you saw the other night is in this film? Is that the story? That's a pretty weak story. Come on, guys. You can do better than that. You're investigative journalists. Come on. Text
Mac,
Toadwater.
this is Frogger.
Toad Walker.
Come in, Mac.
Read it, Frogger. No sign of the flying saucer
What's his
yet.
name, Mac?
Done it in no time. I've got the eyes of an eagle, you know. In fact, there it is now.
Great. We'll be right there.
Do you know where they are? Now they have like cell phones somehow. Oh,
This is a safe
it's
from
a
the
safe.
Johnson Diamond robbery. Fortunately, we beat the alien to it.
So the alien is
It takes
after
a work to get it
diamonds?
loose.
Huh.
Frogger, look out!
Oh, get
What
wrecked.
are
You're
we
getting
gonna
pulled
do?
into the
Frog
spaceship.
Wait.
Let's go!
The safe full of diamonds is finally mine.
Yeah, that's definitely a guy in a suit, right?
Frog, did you really think you could stop my master plan?
I kind of hope so, but it does seem kind of ridiculous now that I think of it.
Hey, lobster lips! That's no way to treat my froggy!
It's nothing compared to how I'll treat you.
Okay.
I'll fix you up good.
Quick,
as new.
pump him up. You didn't do it earlier. Do it now. Oh, with an air tank. What is it, helium?
See if you can catch me, big boy!
show on the road.
What did it start? Oh, it started the engines, I guess? Sorry, are they trying to say that the UFO Society has access to real UFOs, or is it just props?
Rise, willows.
Poor Miss Raccoon.
My, it's drafty all of a sudden. Everybody out!
Okay, I do like seeing the rest of these swamp characters. Maybe you should take the diamonds. That's obviously what he's after.
It's headed right for...
Wah, wah.
Is that? It's
I'm just gonna say, I called it.
Dr. Stratos of the UFO Society.
Oh, come on. And I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you meddling frogs.
You robbed the Johnson Diamond Exchange last year and threw the safe into the swamp till things cooled off.
Too bad you broke the printing press when you crashed that alien ship into the Gazette. You mean we're not going to print the story? Of course you're going to print the story. 100,000 copies by hand. Now,
Wah, wah, wah.
it's Donkey Kong
Hey, look.
coming up next.
Frogger meet Donkey Kong. Cute. Okay. That was kind of fun. All right, so that is episode 2 of Frogger. I liked parts of this one. I liked parts of this one better than the first episode, that's for sure. The fact that we got to see more of the swamp and the swamp creatures, the people who live there, I think that's great. The plot line, although some parts of it didn't really make any sense at all, which is fine, I guess. That was like 1,000% Scooby-Doo, right? Like that was absolutely a Scooby-Doo episode. Whether you like that or don't like that, I guess, is kind of, I don't know, if that's sort of beside the point, maybe. I don't think that any of the, like, why, none of the villains' plan made any actual sense. Like, even in Scooby-Doo, it usually makes more sense than that. But I liked the look of, like, the lobster alien costume. I liked the look of, like, there's a spaceship here. I was sort of hoping it would be a real alien, like that Rainbow Bright episode where the alien shows up, even though that wasn't a great Rainbow Bright episode. I wonder if this show would benefit from more time, or if it's just one of those things where, yeah, it is what it is. Okay, with all that said, let's move on to episode 3, see if we can dig a bit more into these characters and see what else we can learn. Okay, actually, this is episode 4 of Frogger. It's called Hydrofoil and Go Seek. So episode 3 is a long lost episode. I don't know. Let's see what we see.
When you gotta have a story, or you're gonna lose your job. When there's no...
Oh, some of these are not very good quality videos.
When you're working for a job, so you get a little shell shock, and a fanny helping too. Then you gotta be my father. You gotta be my father, and I wanna be with you.
Okay, let's see where we go. Hydrofoil and Go Seek. David something. I don't know these writers.
It's been a long time since we had a picnic. Lunch is safe.
What are they on? Are they on a lily pad?
With everything on them.
Ah. So does he eat like fly burgers and stuff then?
Now it's got everything on it.
Cute. Oh. Those boats are going very fast.
Something big must be happening.
Maybe. You can't just walk onto a naval base. Let's just be clear about that, obviously.
The most important naval ship ever built. And worth a fortune.
It will be safe here.
Did you hear that doctor say it will be safe here? That guy? That guy's the villain. You can tell by the way he said that word. Okay, maybe not.
The hydrofoil
We'll see.
is finished.
Interesting. Someone made the boat vanish
No
and then stole
pressures,
it.
No worries, no text.
The phone. It could be a story.
It's the chief.
A Navy hydrofoil has disappeared from the naval base. Now get!
Now get. That's all they have to
Sure
do.
this will work?
Sure, the Navy will be more inclined to talk to one of their own than they will to reporters.
Or frogs.
You're going to get in a lot of trouble impersonating a naval officer, trying to sneak onto a base as a reporter. Are you kidding me? They're going to like rendition you off to Gitmo, man. That is not a smart thing to do.
At ease, I'm Admiral Green. I'm here to investigate the missing hydrofoil. Aye, aye, Admiral. Green?
Why did he say that? Oh, whatever. Okay, it's fine. That was the bad guy sneaking out, obviously, as we just came in, right?
Good, then we can have a look around.
I do like him.
A skeleton.
Ah, nice. I like that he has anything he wants in his shell. That's kind of good.
I bet that's a clue. Hey, Frog, take a look at this. I wonder what this means. There's a red X marked above a cave in the ocean.
The only way to find out is to go there.
How are you going to get there, though?
have to take care of those frogs.
Uh-oh.
I see an entrance.
Are they
to
just
an
swimming
underwater
there now?
cave up ahead. It's gotta be the one marked on the map.
And this time they're going without any, like, protective gear or, like...
It's them. Start the rock slide.
Huh. What happened?
We'll never get in there now. We might as well go.
If only we had something flat to slide under.
You're a genius.
What do you mean, Ben?
We just need to flatten you, Frogger.
We'll have something flat in a sec.
She's legitimately gonna flatten him?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Froggy.
It's okay. Anything for a story.
He's so dedicated. All right. I actually like that. They used the Looney Tunes mechanic to their advantage. Oh, no.
God, warts and all.
Turtles don't have wood.
Quiet.
You guys are in trouble.
Viper, you have stumbled upon the first of my many crimes.
Did you say I'm Black Viper?
Tie them up. I'll deal with them later.
Oh, interesting. This is like a legit villain.
You guys talk to him first. You were here before us.
This'll hold you good. You won't get away with it.
Why not?
Whatever gets in my way,
Of course he will. So he's got a gun that makes things invisible. That's like genius. I mean, he could probably make a fortune just selling that gun.
I'm not sure.
Let's see. How to get out of our chains. Shell shock, you've unchained yourself.
I know that, but I'm trying to think of a way to... Hey, I'm free.
Brilliant.
Hey, yeah.
Now hurry up and get us free, Turtle.
All right.
Converting the swamp buggy into a swamp copter was a great idea, huh?
Yeah.
And no problem at all. We just did it off screen. Don't worry about that.
Look, there it is. That invisible hydrofoil is leaving a visible trail.
This is
Break out
true.
the paint, Shelley.
Break out the paint. Oh, they're gonna pour paint on top of it so they can see where it is.
Turtle. Now dump it.
Just like in the Hollow Man. That's my reference point.
We got it.
Curses on all fronts.
Oh, they're about to crash it?
Those green fools will pay for ruining my plans. Hey, come on. That ought gotta keep them busy. We must get back to our hideout.
We can't let those guys get away.
Why not? Just this once.
That's a good point. I gotta say, I dig these villains. They're like legit, real kind of like superhero bad guy villains, you know. But I like this as a concept to add this into the storyline.
Over that bridge. I know how to stop that for good.
Cross the bridge and then cut the bridge.
This is where the chase ends.
Oh, he's making it invisible.
Cross that bridge if you can.
Well, I mean, the bridge is still there.
I know that bridge is around here somewhere.
You could probably figure it out.
Hurry up! They're getting away!
The bridge is swaying, and we're gonna fall.
Why? Sorry, why was the bridge swaying so much? Look at this. What a guy. Froggy, you are
Gotta get that
incredible.
Xennial ray away from him.
Hey, there they go! After them!
Oh, there.
And?
Let go of that.
Nice.
It's mine.
You'll never get away with it!
Who's gonna
There's a
stop
lot of coconuts for one tree. Huh.
Now you've had it.
Oh, get wrecked, Black Viper.
Now we'll just see who the Black Viper really is.
Who the heck are you?
I am the scientist's assistant.
Oh, it's the scientist assistant, of course.
Hydrofoil thieves foil. Great story. Naturally, Chief. And who would have suspected that the scientist's assistant was the thief? Oh,
I mean,
how this thing
Is that the guy that I said was the thief?
Hey,
But why?
You're still there. Looks that way, don't it? I always knew Tex wasn't all there.
Why? So funny. Classic. Okay. So that is the end of the third and final episode that we're going to be watching of Frogger today. Hands down, easily the best episode in terms of the villains, in terms of the main plot line, in terms of like the continuing story of them sort of chasing to get to the Black Viper, who I think had the strongest sort of like I don't know about this, like he's the assistant of the scientist like thing, but this had like a pretty cohesive, progressive sort of adventure storyline. I liked that. I liked that the villain felt more less comical and more like pulpy. I don't know. Does that make sense? Like the strong man and the fortune teller. I don't know. It still obviously was like very Scooby-Doo. It ended up being someone that, we had of course briefly seen in the episode before. And I bet you probably pretty much every episode of Frogger will be able to suss out who the villain is in advance of the of the story fully taking shape. And you kind of have to just sort of fill in the gaps and let them here and there, and or just sort of let it go and let them be silly reporters, and you don't necessarily need like a ton of like the logical steps between A to B to C. All of those episodes were certainly extremely watchable. They were pretty fun. They followed a pretty rote sort of pattern. Like, I don't want to say that they were like amazing, but definitely entertaining. Thank you very much for sticking around and watching Frogger with me. Let me know if you remember Frogger or any of the other Saturday Supercade shows and what you think about these episodes we just watched in the comments below. And I will catch you next time. So long, everyone. Bye.